What you gonna do now, human?
Hello and welcome! Today we're taking a look at the Halo Infinite Wasp Onslaught set from Construx. We'll take a look at what you get, as well as the pros and cons of using it for stop motion. The set officially retails for $39.99, or about £35, but as usual the prices do vary depending on where you look. As if we don't have enough Master Chiefs, this set includes a new version. The Chief from this set is a slightly lighter green compared to the other ones. He's got some damage detailing printed onto parts of his armour. His helmet is noticeably more rounded than the sharper details on the other Chiefs. It feels like it's made from a more squidgy material than the usual harder plastic. The Chief features a printed 117 on his chest plate, which is really nice quality. Then there's a fully articulated Marine. She has a removable helmet, as is standard with all the recent Infinite style Marines. She uses a recoloured version of the head mould from Miranda Keyes. Although I love the variety of heads they've given the Marines so far, the hair on her head does restrict the movement a bit, despite it being flexible plastic. Then there's a Grunt with blue armour. He's pretty standard like the others, with the removable face mask and armour. The packaging doesn't suggest that the blue armour means he has any special role, he just likes to be different. And lastly, we have a Banished style Hunter. This model has great articulation, and can strike the classic Hunter pose. The shield is removable, and can spin 180 degrees on its peg. The arm can't pull that close to the chest, so to get the Hunter's classic shield up pose, you need to turn the arm in and then rotate the shield so it looks right. At the right angle, you can't see that the arm isn't aligned with the shield. There's some lovely detail in the paint job with the scratched red paint, and there's a Banished symbol on the shield, although it's hard to see with the dark grey colour that's used, and the soft rubbery spines that stick out the back are nice as always. Now this Hunter is basically a twin of the one that comes with the Pelican Inbound set, but I don't have that set yet, so I can't show them side by side. But the Hunter from the Wasp set is a lighter silver, and the Hunter from the Pelican set is a darker grey. So if you are buying both sets, this could either be good for you if you prefer different minis, or bad if you are hoping to make an identical pair. The set comes with not one, but two Reach assault rifles, both each with a tiny ammo reader attachment. There's also a purple plasma pistol, and two transparent blue plasma grenades. There's also a red plasma battery, 4 grey bases for the figures, and a brick separator. This is the Wasp, a UNSC single occupant air vehicle with dual machine guns and rocket launchers. You can fire plastic pegs from the launchers by pushing down on the yellow triggers. The canopy hinges open in 2 stages, allowing a minifigure to hop inside. There's some controls and dials printed on a slope piece that can also be angled. The thrusters at the back can tilt independently, along with the rear stabiliser wings. The main wings can also be tilted slightly, but should be left in the angled position. Many people seem to be on one side or the other. They either like the amount of studs on the wings, or they don't. It's definitely different to the last Wasp incarnation. Now onto one of the best features in my opinion, the movable VTOL thrusters. The thrusters have a really clever mechanism where they can turn in any direction, and the turbines inside can spin too. This feature's so good, way better than the old Wasp. The thrusters are stiff enough so that you can animate the Wasp flying around with the thrusters reacting realistically. I'll admit I rushed animating the Wasp flying because it was pretty difficult. I wasn't sure how to go about making it fly, and the only thing I came up with for this review was to build this tower. I added a Lego ball joint which was nice and stiff, and that let me tilt the Wasp. Then I could just take a picture of the plain background and rotoscope the platform out. Also, it's incredibly difficult to animate the thrusters spinning without accidentally wobbling the whole thruster. Now onto the turret. I'm not sure how to feel about this shade turret. Don't get me wrong, there are things to like about it. Like the bright orange shields are a great mould, and the overall look of the turret is very accurate to the game. But with all the improvements with this design, I think there's some things sacrificed compared to the older designs. Mainly, these thin bendy plastic bits that form the main circular shape of the turret. The older design was made from 2 custom hard plastic circles and worked really well, but wouldn't have fit the orange energy shield piece. The bendy plastic comes in a sheet, where you have to peel out the very thin pieces that you need. Other YouTubers have proven how easy it is to accidentally rip it as you pull it out, so be very careful with this piece. This is by far the most talked about part of this set, and the amount of people either complaining or just sad that this flimsy bit of plastic card broke while they were trying to assemble the turret is a real shame. Then there's the fact that I'm having to bin bits of leftover plastic as well. And then it means the turret is pretty fragile, and you can't pick it up very easily without possibly tearing the round pieces. Visually, the turret does look very good, but I think a lot of that is the transparent orange shields and how striking they are. You can remove them to pretend the shields have been taken down, and there's an included extra red piece that you can add onto the front to finish it off. Also, the side flaps are added onto the barrels of the guns, so moving them will also move the flaps. The alternate build for this set allows you to make another flying vehicle out of the Wasp. It's got moving thrusters at the back. The small wings can fold up and down, and the extra little thrusters on the wings can also move. You can also build a small vehicle for the grunt. It's some kind of hovering attack craft, and there's 1 or 2 bits that move. These are the kind of alternate builds that don't really interest me as much, as they're nothing to do with the actual Halo universe. They're just little extras. Overall, I think this is a great set. There's a lot to like, and you're getting a bit of everything for your money. A vehicle, a turret, a hunter, a unique marine, and of course, Master Chief. Even if it's not my favourite version of Chief that exists. The Wasp is a nice compact build with a lot of play features and things to animate. But it is a bit tricky to animate smoothly. The turret looks great in my opinion, but that thin plastic card is awful, and I can see a lot of people accidentally tearing it through building, playing, or animating. So what do you think? If there's anything you think I've missed, please let me and everyone else know in the comments. Before a new review goes up, I make a YouTube community post showing which set I'll be reviewing next. So please keep a lookout for those, as I'd love to hear and feature your feedback. Thanks for watching, and take care.